everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? Ooh, today you guys, I'm using the beautiful Sacred Rebels Oracle. Thank you, Cheryl B, you movie star you. I appreciate this so much. And we're gonna find out urgent special messages coming for your guides. Anything that is coming through that is just going to whoosh, make all the possibilities that you've been hoping for, looking for, pondering over, and searching just show up at your doorstep. What we are seeking is also seeking us 100%. So here are some of our choices. Number one is what is already with you. Number two is dream a beautiful dream. And number three is big, bold vision. Oh, I love that. If you guys are curious about any of the rings that I have on set, I have them listed over on IG and I'll put them in my store. I have fun, beautiful, beautiful green tourmaline, pink tourmaline, loving the rings again. Sometimes I forget and I put everything away. And then when I start creating, I like to have them back out on the set. So let's start with this. What is already with you? So I love this because I love this. The saying in the book is you hold in your hand what you are seeking. In other words, that pair of spectacles you've been rummaging around the house for are sitting on top of your head. That happens to me all the time. What we are seeking, perhaps by exploring far and wide, is actually right under our nose. I know a lot of people during COVID discovered this. Great family times, great meals, laughter, card games, the family unit tightening up, right? Always right under our nose, but sometimes we think that we have to search far and wide for humor, for connection, and it's right with us all the time, right? Now, it's much more wonderful to imagine there is something yet to find, right? Of course, there is unlimited creative potential and always something more that we can be. Yet in this instance, it's important for you to know that you already have what you need and what you want. I'll do this sometimes if I want to make pieces of jewelry. I'll realize you have so many things that you can take apart and reuse, and just look in your drawers. There's tons of things right there all the time, right? But there's always this fantasy that the perfect solution lies in the future somewhere at a store somewhere. Instead, we're asked right now to acknowledge that everything necessary for success is already with you. All you need to do is accept this and act with what you have available to you. It's like having the right ingredients in your kitchen. We don't have to go to the grocery store and get more. It's already here with us. So this particular chapter has a happy ending in store. This end will become real for you just as soon as you stop trying to kind of skip forward to the next chapter. If you chose this, please let me know down below, because I know this is happening with a lot of people that are my clients. They're like, well, I need to know, am I going to be set up comfortably in my apartment? Am I going to have this job? Am I going to have this? We need to know that we can be comfortable where we are, even though we don't know everything, right? A happy ending is coming. And from here, the next phase will naturally happen without you having to force everything on your part. There's special guidance, I feel like, in this card. You're more ready than you think you are. You're more prepared than you realize. You don't need an entire army of resources to move ahead. Although you may find that when you do move, many resources suddenly also become apparent, which is great, right? Moving into this apartment, and then you're like, oh, I need to feel like I have a nice support group around. They will come in, kindred spirits, all of that. All that you need in this moment is just one sweet act of nourishment. That is to take you out of backwards nostalgia, regret, and forwards into what is waiting you now. Be brave, dig deep, enjoy the sweet surrender. It might not seem like you have much to start with. Perhaps you feel like you have a small, simple choice to make. Maybe it's a song to begin, an email to send, a conversation to start, or a sketch to let loose. However small, it is enough to get the ball rolling. You know what it was for me today? I wanted to get excited about setting and dressing my my sets again. So it was this one small thing that I found, this lovely bag, because I wanted to do this thing on Gaian nature, and I found that, and I got really excited about a huge read I'm developing, because I want all these colors and textures and do all this nifty stuff. That was my one small step. The dollar store, $1 to buy that thing. Simple, right? So let's see what else is coming. Inspiration, beautiful. And following your own rhythm, 100%. So inspiration, what inspires you? We have to sometimes recheck in, right? Because it's different on any given day. I know one day it'll be nature for me. Some days it's food and cooking. but an idea will capture your attention very soon. It might be a grand vision or a vague sense of something that could be, but you're going to be encouraged to accept this vision, and inspiration is an important part of your creative and spiritual growth. And also, it is possible. The bee is bringing you healing, medicine, wisdom from nature to aid in this message. It's a powerful spirit totem. Bees are able to fly with wings that are significantly small in proportion to their heavier bodies. They can do this because their sheer speed in which their wings move. So your idea, even though it seems big and a substantial plan, it might be difficult to get off the ground and get up and running, but you will succeed. You will attract great helpers, and you're going to have the support that you need. I know that sometimes when we want to go off on our own and we're like, I hope people like whatever I have to offer, my designs, my words, whatever you do, you will have people there to support you, and it's going to go wonderfully. And I love Follow Your Own Rhythm, because deep within us, we're moved by ancient, powerful force that really isn't tamed. It is a rising pulse of our connection to a life force. We feel it in our bones, in our blood, in our heart, our stomach. It's that drive, right? So when there's something that is dying within, you sense it falling away and it is no longer needed. You sense it when it's time to rest and to be patiently into this transition. You feel a stirring of agitation and restlessness when new life calls you to create, to act, to step forward, to take a risk. You know that you march to your own beat and that no one else can tell you what your inner rhythms are. You really have to trust your own timing. Life celebrates and supports this natural rise and fall of your rhythms. Again, I talk about this at other times. It's our cycles throughout the day. Sometimes we're very communicative, sometimes we're very physical, sometimes we're very cerebral. And if we tap into these rhythms, we can utilize them. And the special message with this is you can't miss what you are destined for. And you are not going to gain anything by trying to push yourself or thrust it, right? Trust the life cycles that happen. You'll feel the perfect balance between effort and surrender, discipline and letting go, rest, and all of that. Beautiful. So those are your messages, group one. Ooh, I love that for you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe if you like this, and all my links will be down below. If you need a private read or anything else, you can always come over to my Instagram as well. It's Sparquist11, and I always have all my jewelry and goodies posted on there. I have an Etsy store, and I do, I love people to DM me, and I can give them all the information they need, and I just have fun conversations over there. So love, love, love that for you guys. So now we're going to go on to number 2, which is Dream a Beautiful Dream. I love this. I love these cards so much. I feel like they're so magical, and honest to goodness, she is one of the most prolific writers, and the artwork is always just off the hook. So dream a beautiful dream. I love this. So the urge to create right now is the same within you as it is for the universal creator. It has the same magical ability to draw harmony into being and find beautiful order in whatever can be chaotic or messy, right? I know if you saw, and I should film my living room right now, there is probably 80 pieces of jewelry and necklace and earrings, and I have cork board and pins and hundreds of tarot decks and strands of jewels and fabric and stuff. It looks like an Aladdin's cave. And I love this. I find order now. I know where everything is, even though there's 20 different bins. I know what it is. But we can bring harmony and perfect balance and well-being into our body, mind, and emotions right now. This is also the part of you that wants to dream of beauty and bring it to life in as many ways as possible. How you eat, how you dress, how you look, how you behave, how you create art, how you relate to your community, write your poetry by moonlight, bathe by candlelight, all of those things. You're coming to believe that your love of beauty is not superficial. It is a genuine expression of your heart's appreciation of symmetry and harmony and grace. A beautiful aesthetic. I love a beautiful aesthetic. And it also helps create harmony in our life and set worthy goals, because beauty, genuine beauty rather than superficial glamour, really does flow within. It's an expression of radiance. It comes from our heart. It comes from our love of life. So if you're struggling with an obsessive attitude towards beauty that tends to prevail in human culture, right, it's time to look to nature instead right now. The beauty there is boundless, it's quirky, it's endlessly diverse, and if you feel blocked, thwarted, or contaminated by others in your quest to bring your beautiful dreams to life, you may feel your heart is being dulled or minimized. Small-mindedness we can feel like it limits the beauty to a very narrow physical sense. So there are social diseases that are very superficial, and we need to let go of those. all the airbrushed images, all of that. We need to honor nature as it is and give yourself permission to feel beautiful in many ways. Make yourself like a flower garland. I love crystals. I love soft fabrics. Just be brave and wild, and you will see, you know, beauty and harmony against any chaos of change as well. Let's see what else is coming for you. You know, as soon as I go out in nature, I do shake all of that. You know, I'm quite indifferent to society's norms anyways, so I'm lucky in that. But I do, like other things, like to look nice when possible when I go out in public, you know, so we do have those. But the shock of the new. Now this speaks to, you know, oftentimes we will stop and pause, maybe because we realize we have to get out of our comfort zone. And the new can be shocking, can be a new place, a new environment. I actually like it. I love to go on vacation because I love a new environment, all of that. And I feel like we are a little more wild and unconventional in new places, right? I feel like it's time for us to decipher what we really want to do and discover. You know, there's probably a stirring within you somewhere, and the process of something that wants to be birthed. But sometimes it's shocking, like, why do I really feel this pull to go to this area of the world, to make this, whatever? But you're going to have a tremendous sense of liberation when you do this and say yes to it, right? Nature never shies away from strange beauty. Look at the animals and the flowers and the creatures and iguanas and all the kooky looky things that are out there, right? Nature allows for endless diversity in all these sacred works. I mean, zebras, all this stuff, some are peculiar and some are stunning. And it's like, know that we are all unique individuals, and you're being asked right now to make peace with a strange beauty and let it happen in your creative flow. Don't think it has to be like anybody else's, or it has to be symmetrical or perfect, because that's what's so wonderful. And I think, you know, in some of the Native Americans, they would add a mistaken beating or something to remember humanity and that we're not meant to be perfect. And I love that. So with every journey starts with a single step. This, honest to God, is the most wonderful premise in advancing anywhere. All you need to do is one thing. You're on a journey, yes. It could be an internal journey, but there's also physical expression in this journey. And it's increasingly important for your destiny in this lifetime. So when your journey started inside, but its destination will be a physical expression of a kind of internal healing too. And you have what you need within you. You will be able to do this. This is not a time to worry about where you're what you're going to take with you, because it's all going to be inner strength. You'll sense what needs to come along for the ride and what is best left behind. And you might be surprised exactly how much you can leave behind without you feeling concerned or anxious. My best days are, I'm not kidding, when I throw on t-shirt shorts and I'm like, I have my phone and my keys and I just go. And I'm like, all right, what do I want to do? You know, I haven't overcomplicated. I'm not taking too much stuff, or a single deck of cards in my phone, and I go read somewhere. You know, to be best equipped for this journey, all you need is a lightness of your heart and the realization that change is going to be an incredible blessing. I need change. I constantly like to switch things up. It's very, very important for our growth as well. Beautiful messages from your guides. You guys, I love that. Isn't this artwork just stunning? And if you go over to my last Daily Pop of Positivity, I have a flip through on this, and both on IG, because I love the artwork so much. Look at that. Just beautiful. Look at the light, color. It's just magical. I love it. So big, bold vision. So I'm going to pull your other two cards too, but what I want to talk about I'm sorry, you guys. So let me just finish up with group 2. Thank you guys so much. Feel free to watch all of these. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. My links are down below. If you guys want a private read or anything else, I'd love for you to come over to IG too. If you DM me, I get back to people really super quick. And anything that, you know, people see, sometimes they're just like, oh, Mel, I really like that ring. What's going on? Is that available? It's a great way to contact me too. So you guys, for number 3, you were not born to play a small role in your life. You have the ability to really dream big, even if you have absolutely no idea about how to make your visions come to pass, or what all the details may look like. You can access the heart and guts of a vision by tapping into your wildest dreams, surrendering attachment to exactly how it works out. The details are up to the creative genius of the universe. You are an active contributing participant, but you're not the sole player in your life journey. This happened for me on my YouTube Odyssey that I'm doing, and you know, my life coaching and all of this. It just I just listened and I prayed, and I would hear what to do next and what to take on that wouldn't be too much, and how to diversify and how to read and how to integrate my different skill sets. And it just really, really did come from universe. And I didn't need the big picture. All I needed was an idea, a deck of cards on my phone, and then I was off and running, right? There's something, maybe a vision or idea that is coming to you. You may worry that it's too much for you too, but don't worry. It is meant to be yours. Although you might have some adjustments to make and some tweaking to do as you let go of limited thinking and you really want to open up to fearless acceptance of the bigger, brighter, more radical and potent possibilities living in your world. You know, a sign that you are cracking out of your limited thinking to allow this vision to come to you is that you might feel a little dizzy with the shrinking limitations and expanding possibilities of life. I have this all the time. I get almost overwhelmed and I have to take naps. I'll have the idea for certain pieces, and I love dressing and designing and doing sets and doing all this stuff, but I have to realize, okay, how do I want to implement this? What's my color scheme? What's going on? And then, you know, simplify it, have a simple vision. But I get so excited that it can be. You know, you might wonder too if you're allowed access to so much wonderment and great ideas. I have a lot of people that when they begin reading too, they're like, well, Mel, what if all of a sudden I just can't channel, or the words run dry, or I just, you know, like the well runs dry of ideas and all this. I'm like, there's always endless possibilities. When you're in the spiritual realm and you're up there, it's like, I have never started my camera and started talking and ever had a problem. It just flows and it comes, and I don't even have to stop it unless I'm like really thirsty or something like that. And you just get in flow state. That's what creativity is. And the divine doesn't jump ship after that. You know, it stays with us. We are talking about expanding into all possibilities, reaching other through your presence, your inner work, your art, your choices. This is a win-win situation. I feel like you're going to live this big, bold, visionary life. You know, give yourself permission to break the mold and forge newer, more expansive perspectives. That is of what is possible. Books help me with that. TED Talks, a lot of spiritual teachers help me. You're about to receive or be invited to become part of a real grand visionary beginning. And it has the makings of something really fantastic. No matter how the journey or vision and reality unfolds, there will be some twists and turns you don't see coming. But it'll be helpful for you to be open into it. Trust your heart. Be still with your choices. When the time feels right, just leave. I'm like that. Sometimes I know I need big discussions with people or clients and things. And when the time is right, it just comes to me, which I love. And I call on unconditional love, and I ask for blessings in my heart to be sanctioned by, you know, the kind of great universal creator to help me, because sometimes it's necessary. You just kind of got to be in that. But let's look at this too, the power of attraction, because I feel like when we know what we want, it starts moving towards us. There's such wonder awaiting you. There's so many beautiful adventures and so much magic that's yet to be for you. You just keep your heart open to what's coming towards you, okay? Because it is coming. Every little magic. There's magic now. You just listen to me. Don't you feel like the possibilities and things are being stimulated within you? It's time to really play with this flow state that's coming. It's richly within you. It's that big soul that has big dreams, and you're going to be able to attract what you want. Know that and feel it and say it out loud. You know, what I want is coming towards me. Really vividly picture it. It's going to be amazing. And how does it feel when you picture yourself being in a place of wonder and magic, doing what you love, all of that, right? But we do have to do this, go beyond normal, because on the path of life, there's deciding moments when we can choose to go with the mainstream, right? Or we can dare to take bolder, more authentic, trusting way, even if it seems riskier or less safe. To rely on logic and science without incorporating the mystery and magical is a recipe for an existence that's pretty damn dry. You know, I know people like that, and I'm just like, you know, they can't scratch the surface of the magic. They want proof and everything. And I feel like we need to integrate this. And if you approach this choice point, you could say that the choice is about balance. It's less about choosing to honor either art or science, gardening or architecture. It's more about integrating all approaches so you enhance rather than hinder your life journey. Because I feel like a lot of you guys, and comment down below if you do feel like you're a little more, you know, like out there than some of your friends. I do. When people ask me what I do, I can read the type of person they are right away. I get it. So I either answer accordingly. Oh, I'm a jewelry designer. Thank you very much. Bye. Or if I know that they're all in, I'm like, oh, by the way, let me tell you what I like and what I do, you know, and then I'm like, and by the way, would you like a read? Like, I get who's going to be receptive to that, and I love it. And I love free, open spirits, right? So you may have pressures around you from the world or your own conditioned nature to do things according to the rules, to deadline or the accepted mainstream view, but you don't need some well thought out commercial venture, okay? The best plan is to do what feels intuitively truthful in the moment and trust that you are being led towards your own growth. And I feel like this approach is just going to have you do far less planning and a lot more living. How much do we love that? We love a lot more living for sure. So you guys, that is you, Group 3. Beautiful, beautiful energy. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. All my links are down below. If you need a private read or anything else, come over to IG. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch my videos and your beautiful comments. Whenever I read them, I just get giddy. I have the best days, and you know what? I just love to connect with you guys. It's like I love, you know, people that are striving to have a bigger emotional world, a bigger spiritual world, and you know, those doors are opening. So I'm so excited. So love and light.